Amazing facts about North Cascades National Park. Leave the city life behind when you visit North Cascades National Park, a vast wilderness of green-covered mountains, glaciers and lakes. Just a 3-hour drive from Seattle, the rugged beauty of North Cascades National Park is characterized by jagged peaks, deep wooded valleys, multi-tiered waterfalls and more than 300 glaciers, more than any other part of the United States other than Alaska. Thousands of voices from the past resound throughout this alpine region, from Native Americans to early European and American fur traders and explorers, to farmers and miners, all calling this land is the homeland. Where is North Cascades National Park? North Cascades National Park is located in the northern part of Washington state, to the international border with British Columbia, Canada. Most of the land in the park is extremely remote and difficult to access. The National Park Service administers the park along with the Ross Lake and Lake Chelan National Recreation Areas. Most of the areas that are easy to visit are actually in these areas. The towns of Marble Mount to the west and Winthrop to the east are convenient bases for visitors. Additional directions and maps can be found at how to get to the North Cascades. Learn more about North Cascades. As the largest park in the North Cascades National Park complex, the park is managed adjacent to Ross Lake and Lake Chelan National Recreation Areas. Today visitors can explore a wide range of outdoor activities, scenic views and educational opportunities, from scenic drives and picnics to miles of trails ready for hiking or riding. Bicycle. North Cascades National Park covers more than 500,000 acres, and the entire service complex includes more than 2 million acres of federally protected wilderness. From the lower valleys at 2,000 feet to the highest peak, Mount Good at 9,206 feet, there is a wide variety of flora and fauna throughout the park. There are more than 300 glaciers in the park, making it the most glacial region in the United States outside of Alaska. North Cascades has more than 1,600 species of flora recorded within its boundaries, more than any other national park in the United States. Backbone of Washington. The rugged hilly landscape, shrouded in ancient green forests, dotted with lakes and shaped by volcanoes and glaciers, provides a rich habitat for life. Diverse flora and fauna, just a 3-hour drive from Seattle. North Cascades National Park protects more than 504,000 acres of the cultural and natural history of this part of this frozen region of Washington state. Parklands have been visited and inhabited by Native Americans for thousands of years. More than 260 archaeological sites throughout the park have identified evidence dating back more than 8,500 years, including farms, ranches, and mining operations. Europeans followed more. In the late 18th century, early explorers and fur hunters, and later farmers and miners trying to make a living in the mountains. Attempts to protect this area began early, in the 1890s, and was first designated a forest reserve in 1897. After further pressure, the area was declared public. As a national park on October 2, 1968, 93% of the park area was designated as Stephen Mather Unspoiled Human Invaded Park. Today, the park attracts more than 20,000 people each year. Park features. The park has many ecosystems divided into zones or units, north and south, with elevation change of nearly 9,000 feet and fresh rain combined to create 8 distinct living zones throughout the park. The river valleys and lower areas are inhabited by old-growth forests of western larch, hyssop and Douglas fir, where deer, squirrels and coyotes roam. A little further afield, the silver fern zone features moist forested slopes and soft soil that hosts some of the park's more than 500 insect species. The sub-mountains are lined with stunted shrubs and trees, amid open grasslands where only the toughest creatures can gain a foothold. At the top, in the alpine regions, red algae and iceworms are the only creatures strong enough to withstand the constant freezing temperatures and lack of tree cover. Mountain slopes, lakes, streams, wetlands and forests make up one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet. So many habitats are home to rich wildlife, including 75 species of mammals, around 200 species of birds, 28 types of fish, and even 21 species of amphibians and reptiles. The park gets its name from the backbone of the mountain peaks that dominate the area. The highest peak in the park is Mount Good, rising to 2,810 meters above sea level. The North Cascades are made up of a jumble of different tectonic plates, formed hundreds of millions of years ago. This plate assemblage drifted north with the Pacific Plate and crashed into the North American tectonic plate, pushing up the mishmash. And eruption debris, and many the point lifted higher, leading to the peaks we see today, which are still rising. With over 300 glaciers, the North Cascades National Park Service Complex is the most glacial region in the United States outside of Alaska. Glaciers have shaped the magma-like landscape below. Glaciers usually form at higher altitudes when the amount of snow and ice that accumulates is greater than the amount of ice that melts each year. Over time, snow and ice accumulate under their own weight and harden.